Ladies and gentlemen, we will now take a brief intermission.
For want of a nail, the kingdom was lost. A butterfly that stirs the air in Peking might cause an earthquake in San Francisco. To an observer, there's no connection, only chaos. Chaos is the science of everything we see. The formation of a cloud, the clustering of stars. Mountains aren't cones, clouds aren't spheres. The world is made of zigs and zags, random, erratic, unpredictable. Yet deep inside the chaos lurks an even eerier order, and the key to this world exists now. The Chaos Chip. With the proper interface, this new microprocessor will compute outcomes using data compiled sheerly from nature's mood swings, weather patterns, life expectancy, the roll of a die, the turn of a card.
What happened?
Well, at best guess, I'd say this computer your company makes has a bit of a bad motivator. How'd the part you heard sound?
No big words, but they'll fund you.
I'm sure they will after the card tricks. The expo's tomorrow. It's not like I have time to predict the presidential election.
Maybe try walking on hot coals.
That was last year. Hey, somebody's at the door, sweetie. Can I see in a few?
You expecting company?
I haven't spoken to Stephen in 6 years. I had no idea he was going to be here at the same time.
You know, if that's him...
Then you two will have lots to talk about at your little poker rondelay tomorrow, won't you?
It's an invitational, first off.
Chaos indeed. What is up?
Dr. Harkness, I presume. No shock or quick movements, please. Just the chip. Now.
Chip?
The Chaos one. The one you designed, its location.
Who are you?
Call me Shirako, but quietly. We don't want to wake the neighbors. Get it?
Why should I?
Let me count the ways. Where is it?
Stephen, it's me. Look, don't say anything. I know that it's been forever and we didn't part on the greatest of terms, but I need your help. I'm in a real mess. I'm here, too, at the Golden Nugget. I hope your poker skills are intact. Just listen, I don't have much time. Someone stole something very important from my hotel room. It's a microchip. It's a processor that... Trust me, it's a toy everyone in Las Vegas would want. They left something behind in my hotel room. It's a registration form for the poker tournament. There's some writing on the back I can't quite make out. Anyway, whoever it is might still play, and if you could just... I don't know. Ben's around here somewhere. Maybe you could find my friend Melanie. Sorry I'm still so high maintenance, Stevie. I'll talk to you when I can.
Welcome, Mr. Killsberg. Glad you could make it.
My dear sir, there simply are no vacancies. I find no record of your reservation whatsoever.
Look, I'll pay you anything reasonable. Come on. What do you say?
Look, may as well let the white shirt in. Duchelle's late anyway. Give him Henry's spot.
Too late. It's already mine.
If I may be of assistance.
Mr. Swain?
Mr. Farland may have my seat for the first joust. It seems I have business elsewhere.
There you go. Well, so you're Killsberg. Shelley's told me so much about you.
My name's Swain, but anybody who knows me from Adam calls me Hugh. I gathered from your body language that you're a left-handed card player, a little disconcerting since I see that you've neglected the laces on your right shoe. A stress level that could only be related to the jitters before a high-stakes game of chance, or to the comments I overheard this morning from a young woman at the payphones downstairs, since she called her speaker Stevie. It can only be assumed that you're he and here for her, or one of us has become vaguely confused. Though my suspicions perhaps sound deranged to the common ear, I think there's more to this friendly game of chance than meets the eye. You keep that eye on your opponents. I'll be in touch. It's your turn at bat.
Yeah. Oh, I'd like one.
Can I get a refill, please?
Gentlemen, ladies, welcome to the Golden Nugget and this year's preliminary poker invitational. Beginning on my right, please state the names by which you wish to be known.
I'm Joanna Kurtz. Hello, everyone.
Ben Farland. Great to be surrounded by all of you. Especially the famous Mr. Killsberg, who needs no introduction.
Mr. Farland, Mr. Killsberg, welcome.
Hi, I'm Tacy. Short for Tracy.
Sirocco, if anything.
Sheila Warwick. Call me whatever you like. Within reason.
Thank you all. Let's get started.
Excuse me. It would seem the waters run deeper than I feared. Perhaps I should elaborate in our last conversation. No doubt you found it puzzling. You see, I was unwinding at the tables earlier today. As always, when in a large room filled with a symphony of hundreds of people engaged in hypnotic entertainment, I found myself lip-reading. Immediately, I recognized the renowned chaos theorist from today's front page. Yet, though racked with guilt for my invasion of her privacy, I soon noticed I wasn't the only one paying attention to a beautiful celebrity on the verge of collapse. Until that moment, my main reason for visiting the Golden Nugget had been the hope of winning enough to, well, let's just say I'd drive a guzzler and have a charming collection of pets. But suddenly I knew a storm was gathering, and this scrap of paper began to look like the only umbrella in the entire western state. Since we last spoke, I examined this telltale tatter using what few items in my crime lab I had time to pack in my duffel. Although encrypted in Pig Latin, I deciphered this curious phrase written on the back in fresh black ink. Why was 6 afraid of 7? Signed, Bullets Over Kings. I'll run this through the computer. You keep an eye out here. The fiend who taunts us with these dastardly rib ticklers may very well be one of your conniving companions in this card camouflaging contest. Keep them clueless, casually, if can be. No, save your questions till later. I'm in motion.
Can we get you anything, Mr. Killsberg? Wasn't Mr. Swain with you a moment ago?
You really are an excellent player, you know that? I guess you recognize me. Max Chilton's my father. He's in town to unveil his new Atom Smasher at tomorrow's expo. Personally, I've never understood any of the stuff his company makes. RAM, ROM, it's all geek to me. So he gave me a little pocket change, and here we are. 2 people, talking. Save my spot.
Hey there. Stephen Killsberg. 2 L's B-O-U-R-G. Am I right? I'm Joanna. I crunch numbers for Henry Ducelli's Shark Tank. One of the smaller ones. They only make the little stuff, like weather satellites. That girl's father used to work for me. But the cool thing about the backstab is, you only need that one good twist, and it's over. And now Max Chilton owns my old company, and I'm Girl Friday for an obnoxious tycoon. I'll tell you one thing. When I've won enough to get my new company off the ground, Daddy Bucks Chilton is going to learn one good cut deserves another.
Stephen Killsberg, Flushmeister. I'm gonna clean you out, you hear me? Don't even think of coming near Shelley.
Tension. The #1 cause of bad poetry. And poker. Oh, no offense, Killsberg.
Hugh! Mr. Swain! Hey, is that you? It's Harry. I'm Harry from Pennsylvania, remember? I just flew in and I am ready to play. I'm not tired or anything. I'm the Superman of poker, man.
Harry, they brought the fudge back. The walnuts are all taken out now. Hear about the missing microchip, Swain? The one that can predict random events? Someone stole it.
And it happened here, last night. I figured someone who knows Dr. Harkness. They'd be able to manufacture an excuse for being in the room if they were caught.
And what are your thoughts on that, Mr. Swain? Or Killsberg, isn't it?
Mr. Killsberg and I were just agreeing that this whole affair seems rather peculiar. Now, if you'll excuse me.
You're not joining us for the tourney?
Regretfully, no. Keep your ears open and your mouth shut. I'll stay in touch depending on my state of peril.
Oh, look who's here.
Welcome, one and all, to the Golden Nugget's 2nd annual Poker Invitational. Beginning on my right, please favor us with a name and anything else you'd care to add in 10 words or less.
Just Sheila. I'll conserve my 10 words for the break if you don't mind.
I'm Harry from Pennsylvania.
I cannot abide these delays. I am Henri Ducelli. I am weary after my flight. I insist we start at once.
Monsieur de Shelley. Mr. Killsberg, we're glad you're both here.
I'm Joanna Kurtz. I'm a statistician. I'm from Toronto. The end, I guess.
Melanie Barrow, I agree with Ducelli. Let's rock.
Judging from the look on your face, I assume the game goes well. Or are you lightheaded from defeat? Nevertheless, since we last spoke, I continued my investigation. The riddle left by our opponent continued to taunt me. Why was 6 afraid of 7? Why would the scoundrel leave such an idiotic riddle for Dr. Harkness? And why was I getting hungry every half hour? I continued my sleuthing in the fresh air, looking for any sort of sign that had the slightest connection to a small yellow microchip. Yet the fresh air did wonders for my clarity of thought, and I succeeded in solving our spine tingler. 6 was afraid of 7 because 7, 8, 9. Yet bullets over kings still strikes me as some insidious signature. Oh, the ego of the criminal mind knows no bounds. And one side of a love triangle is usually a curved leg. Keep listening to those around you and meet me outside Stefano's at the next break. The clock's ticking, and crime never folds a hand when justice is showing a pair of deuces.
Forget it. I said it's over and it's over. Well, it's not mine to give. Got it? Look, hold on, all right? A message for you from Swain. Says he's running late and to meet him at the Golden Nugget in the glass case before the 3rd game.
I'll give you a hint. It's small, pretty, and the color of honey. I already subscribed. Thank you, though.
You know what I'm wearing. Stop talking like that. It's not like we aren't basically spending the whole day together. Hold that thought. What?
If you ever call me at this number again, you're dead.
That was quick. Is your mom okay?
Yeah, she's great. So, anyway, who'd you say bankrolled you for the game?
Let's just say I had a sudden windfall.
Something on your mind, Killsberg? Didn't think so.
Hello. Hello! What madness is this?
And one side of a love triangle is usually a curved leg. The clock's ticking, and crime never folds a hand when justice is showing a pair of deuces. 6 was afraid of 7 because 7, 8, 9. Yet bullets over kings still strikes me as some insidious signature.
Max Chilton's my father. He's in town to unveil his new Atom Smasher at tomorrow's expo.
Some stockbroker in the bar was crying into his Bloody Mary, saying it was the end of the world.
I know what's going on. If I were you, Killsberg, I'd give serious thought to moving on. Ignorance is the best route to life extension.
Oh my God!
Dr. Harkness, I was so embarrassed by wandering into your suite like that by accident. I neglected to apologize. Please forgive me. Also accept my condolences on the disappearance of your item. Be seeing you.
That was him! The man in my room last night! Oh God, I think I need a glass of water. Sorry I had to see that, Stephen. Wow. You look great.
Gold. Beautiful. Scarce. Scavenged from the earth with great difficulty. And not much use. Except as an article of commerce. Chaos is just another word for unpredictability. Unpredictability generates complexity. Stable, unstable, short-lived, eternal. Any device that could tame such creative dynamics. Chaos technology could greatly benefit my weather satellites. I know all about Dr. Harkness's misfortune, I'm also aware of your life with Swain. One of you must know something. I am known for being a generous employer.
Would you care for an aperitif?
Welcome to the third and final bout. Before we get underway, please introduce yourselves, beginning on my left.
Sheila Warwick.
Tacey Chilton.
As Mr. Farland alluded to earlier, we are almost familiar with the silver-tongued Mr. Killsberg.
Shelley Harkness.
Ah, Dr. Harkness. Please forgive me for last night. As I informed the concierge, our suites look so much alike.
Even through locked doors.
Nevertheless, there's more than one way to skin a cat, Dr. Harkness.
There's 9.
And on that note,
We have only a few short minutes, so I'll speak quickly. We know the Chaos chip could be programmed to wreck the stock market or break casinos. But even as a tool, the only one of its kind, it would command an outlandish price. Who was in a position to know the chip was here? Ben Farland, Shelley's current love interest. His software company had sacrificed all blood relatives to possess the chip. He helped program it. Yet Dr. Harkness got the glory. Though a tempting suspect, you can't let your personal feelings get in the way of our search for what may well be a duller truth. Henri Duchely, Canadian entrepreneur. His new holdings include weather satellites. Technology the Chaos chip would nicely complement. Was he late for the first tournament, or busy concealing his new prize? Harry from Pennsylvania, honest, good-humored, robust, the facade best suited to cover muddy tracks. Tacey Chilton, daughter of reclusive software tycoon Max Chilton. Is she more than she seems, or less? According to Dr. Harkness, Chiraco invaded her suite just before she discovered it was missing. Preposterous coincidence, or perhaps a complex ruse? Melanie Barrow, Dr. Harkness's lifelong friend. Yet she entered herself in the second tournament. Is poker her game or something more sinister? Joanna Kurtz despises Duchely and the employee who seized her company for himself. Tacey's father has every reason to keep the chip, sell it, or even destroy it. Sheila Warwick. No evidence whatsoever points to her guilt in any way. And for that reason, the biggest suspect of all. The stakes have risen. If we don't find that chip, not only will Dr. Harkness miss her speech at the expo, but the world's entire gaming industry will be rocked to its foundation. That can't happen. Not while I'm a guest in this hotel, mister. Our opponent suggests the answer lies in the cards. Let's call his bluff. I feel a dramatic exit coming on.
There's so much I want to say to you, Stephen. I guess I should be suicidal. The chip's gone. Convention is going to crucify me. And Ben. It's really nice to see you again, Stevie. Thanks for trying.
Well, well, you didn't mention you'd be playing any cards today when you took off. Oh, wow, Steven's here. This must be a brutal showdown.
I believe he was just about to tell me how Mel stood in for you the second round. Wasn't that the one you said you cleaned up on?
Dr. Harkness, I had business calls to make. I run a business. I make calls. Mel was sweet enough to help us try to get our chip back in the meantime.
Oh, our chip?
Well, yes, I did help program the thing.
Excuse us, Stephen. You are way out of line.
Oh, what are we really talking about here, Shelley?
It seems our little game within a game has come to a full boil.
And too many cooks spoil the broth, Mr. Swain.
Nevertheless, Chiraco, every dog has his day.
And a fool and his money are soon parted. And let us never forget what chief characteristic was the demise of the poor cat.
Well, granted. But somehow I feel compelled to say that I myself am rubber, while you are glue. So everything you say just bounces off me.
Get up with this feeble-minded bender! We'll let the chips fall where they may, Swain. I expect we'll all have a better view.
Oh, same old, same old. Wait a minute. Of course. It's as plain as the nose on your awe-stricken face. Though it may have been the farthest thought from Scirocco's nefarious mind, he just gave me a suggestion of the utmost importance. Quick, to the elevators. Well, the end's almost in sight. Our last piece of this devilish jigsaw is so close I can gargle it.
Hey there, Mr. Swain. How can I help you?
Judy, perhaps you can do me a small favor.
I'll try.
The room where the tournament's being played. Did someone stay in it last night?
Actually, I remember the night clerk saying that person checked into another room early this morning because we had to get that one ready for the tourneys. Does that help at all?
Judy, your insights have proved most beneficial. Thank you. I can understand your silence, my friend. At last, something challenging.
On behalf of the Golden Nugget, let me be the first to congratulate our grand prize winner, the
If I may.
poker person of the hour. His name will be on everyone's lips for years to come.
Mr. Kilsberg has an announcement to make, which some of you may find more interesting than others. As you know, if you read the morning edition, the Chaos chip designed by Dr. Harkness disappeared from her hotel suite last night. And our friend Stephen here knows exactly what happened to it.
Hey, what's going on?
Something just...
Oh, I am so sorry. I thought I was turning on that one, but I guess in the dark I broke that one.
Ah, that's all right, Harry. Getting a room full of people silent but alert sometimes calls for drastic measures. Well, Stephen, don't be shy. Tell everyone how you managed to steal the chip.
Stephen, you?
I knew it.
Of course, Stephen. He had sufficient credentials to pose as new fiancé Ben Farland and claim he needed a replacement key. Stephen was the only one who qualified for all three tournaments, yet I didn't catch on to his biggest clue until later, when I realized that bullets over kings wasn't a symbol. It was an anagram. Rearrange the letters and you get Stephen Kilsberg. But as Scirocco unwittingly made me realize, you had to be there for all three tournaments because you wanted to keep an eye on the chip at all times. Stephen didn't want the chip out of his sight for a minute. He stayed here last night and hid it in this safe, knowing he'd be here all day at the tournaments and tonight as well if he won the grand prize.
I can't believe it.
I can.
I don't know. It's also... something.
I suggest suspending any harsh judgment, Dr. Harkness, knowing the forces that might converge on your precious MacGuffin. He took the chip only to protect it. Even I wasn't fully above suspicion. Yet secrecy is no longer a concern.
Excellent work. But you slipped up, Swain. Too little too soon. I'll take that now, thank you.
There's a slight chance of that, Scirocco.
Oh, really? Well, I'm going to count to 3, and if that chip is not in my hand, I'm going to kill you both at the same moment. Now, nobody move. 1.
You have no gun.
Don't flatter yourself.
Jump him, Swain.
2.
What's wrong with him? Give him the chip.
Why is it that you evildoers always count so slowly?
3.
Yes! I've still got it.
That was worth a broken hand.
The price for panther-like reflexes is occasionally a bruised knuckle or two, Ms. Warwick. Just as the price for every criminal is a tablespoon of time.
Oh, Stephen, you've saved everything.
Hey, what about my credit?
If Stephen hadn't hidden the chip.
Oh, so now it's Steven's chip, is it?
That thing's supposed to fit in a computer?
All along, you, my friend, were the real chaos solution. Yet one thing nags me still. 6 was afraid of 7 because 7, 8, 9. Perhaps we'll find ourselves at the same gaming table sometime while we consider this loose thread with the gravity it deserves. But for now, my work here is done.
Yeah. Good work, Killsburg. Agent Harry Grimson, FBI. We were worried nabbing Sirocco would get sticky.
Guess who?
Oh, my bride-to-be. Hey, it is the color of honey.
Look, Shell.
It's over then.
Cool. Concierge.
Thank you, Stephen. Thank you.